Dearest, thank you very much indeed for your letter. It is times like this where one inclines to be grateful for aeroplanes. Not forgetting, of course, my gratitude to you, the writer, for the jolly fine way in which you keep on writing. I am particularly happy to get your letters just now, and I hope they'll come along in double quick time. You mentioned that you have the jitters about the situation here. I wish I was as free as you are to comment. You'll understand that I am not, but do not worry about me in the slightest. I am eating and sleeping well, not getting very much physical exercise, but making up for that by thinking plenty. I may be very wrong, but I do believe that blazing lights and chocolate feature in most people's post-war imaginations. It is no good me trying to kid you that I know very well how Londoners must feel under the swift threats of the rockets. I believe that Zola worked in a coal mine for 6 months to get the atmosphere for his novel Germinal. I should have to hear at least one rocket before it really came home to me that there were such things. Similarly, you'd need to live in the desert to understand the actuality of miles and miles of sand. I do hope that you will not get too downhearted about your present mode of living. You must always remember that it is the world and not you that is wrong and at fault. So when you feel desperately tired and unhappy about bombs, the weather, your colds and other ills, don't take them as personal deficiencies. Remember, you are not responsible for them. But for us, life will be grand in the days to come, if we will it so, if we trust. I shall come back to England, an England that I knew and, in my fashion, loved. Have you ever been chestnutting at Sunningdale in October, or blackberrying at Caterham in September? And I shall brighten up your scene, I hope, and make you see things in a new and better light, so that we both realize we had not lived till we met, till we loved. You are a little, I think, unduly anxious about my possible conduct away from you. I can assure you that I have nothing but contempt for those who break pledges, either to their wives or their sweethearts. You are my sweetheart. I am pledged to you. I love you. There is no need for you to worry further. Probably I spend too much time contemplating you, but it is always you that I do contemplate. It is your hair that I want to run my hands through. It is your lips that I want to kiss, your breasts that I want to kiss, in your bosom that I want to put my face, your limbs that I want to feel with my hands, your body that I want for myself. It is your warm beauty that I want to lie upon, to rub against. I want to touch you between your legs. I want to feel your hands upon my privates. There is no substitute for you, for what you can provide, can give to me. I want the whole of you, and I will always offer the whole of me, certainly not free from blemish, but none of which I have not told you. Tomorrow is there. Do not forget it 'neath the troubles of today. I want you, I love you, Chris.
Dearest, I received the hanky with one strand of hair. One strand of hair. I kissed it and the hanky and nearly lost it, but only for one agitated second. It's safe now in my bag to carry around, to occasionally touch, as one day I shall touch so much more. Though I was schooling myself to wait a week, I still kept my eye on the mat. You can't imagine my feelings at receiving the unexpected. And what a lovely unexpected, you dear, dear man. When I so need you, just that little bit more than usual, you come back at me with such a rush of warmth and understanding. Somehow you leave me speechless. To be able to say just the very things I want to hear, and so beautifully. You really are a poet. It moves me to the vision of beauty, us in tomorrow. Christopher, you darling, my heart is bursting. You have soothed me, caressed me in such a lovely way. I gasp and gasp at the wonder of you, that you should have sensed so much. You do not know how much these words meant to me. Ah, England that I knew and in my fashion loved. I needed those words from you, more than anybody. I don't know quite why, but I did. It makes me feel happy. I've had Christmas letters from various people, have given up present giving with my pals by mutual consent, thank goodness. In the end, it becomes a racket, much too wearing to keep up. Most of them can't afford it, so we found it kinder to cut it out. It's funny how people get the urge at Christmas time for a holocaust of present giving. You should see the crowds in town, all trying to buy what isn't there. Dear, oh dear, what a game. I shouldn't really feel anxious about your possible conduct while you're away, because we love so much. I know it's just as unthinkable for you as it is for me, but I know of so many people whose lives have gone awry, it's a bit horrifying, and I think you might feel tempted in a lonely moment. I don't mean cheap temptations. No, as I write that, I don't believe it, because, like me, you don't allow the situation to arise. There can't be temptation when all your heart and mind and body is straining to somebody so far away. No, I won't worry further. We are one. We really do care. In each other, we can rise above the second rate. You make me feel that. You do brighten the scene. Indeed you do. We will. Will it so in those future days? Grand days, we trust. Oh, we do trust, Chris. To go out together, knowing that we shall go home together, knowing that we shall pass the night together, to go out together, knowing that. I think of that so often. It makes my insides sing. To be together so that I can answer to your demands, make my own, just put my arm around you at any time, sometimes in public. Would that embarrass you? I know it's rather a possessive thought, but I do feel rather proud that you are mine. I could be rather blatant about that in front of your friends. Am I being too awful? But I can't help that proud, elated feeling. To put it baldly, you are a wonderful catch. I want everybody to know that you are mine. Oh, darling, I love you, Bessie.